Let's go. Gotta start by skipping a cutscene, and then our protagonist, Annika, who is a young cat girl, wakes up in a mysterious world in front of a mysterious house, and the first thing she needs to do is break into the house. See, it's okay. The text box is encouraging us to sneak into the house. Everything will be fine. There's nothing wrong about this decision, and there's also nothing wrong with taking Lisa's bag. This is Lisa's house that we are barging into. We're taking her bag, and we're gonna go to sleep in her bed. You gotta take the bag, it's very important. If you don't take the bag, you don't have an inventory. Sleep until night. You have to sleep a lot in this game. The any percent run, incidentally... Gesundheit! The any percent run, incidentally, manages to get through the whole thing without using any inventory, and therefore doesn't have to pick up the bag. But now we gotta do a glitch. That wasn't it. There we go. So, that is kind of the main glitch of this run. It's called the respawn outside rooms glitch. The respawn menu option was added in an update to the game, because I think the 3D geometry of this game is not perfectly programmed, and there's places that you can get soft-locked in the overworld, and they needed to have a way for you to, continue to play the game. So they put the respawn option on the menu, which kind of brings you back to a safe point. And fortunately for speedrunning, that option is also kind of badly programmed, and we can abuse the heck out of it to confuse the game by using the respawn option at the same time that we go in a door. And if the momentum carries Annika into a door as the screen fades out, then the game kind of simultaneously thinks that Annika is indoors and outdoors, and loads a lot of the wrong objects. And that's what I was able to do just there, and then I walked into just kind of like a mysterious notch in a cliff, and there was supposed to be a door there. There's supposed to be a large, ornate door blocking access to this dungeon, where we'd have to talk to Giraffe, the fox boy, and he would use his magical power to open the door for us. But we don't need any help when we can just, delete the door. Oh god, okay. That is the hardest part of this level. The trick to this level is to go in the right direction and to not let the ghosts stop your momentum too much. But it's, the ghosts' patrol patterns are kind of on this global cycle, and it seems that when you're on the fast cycle, the ghosts are in, the worst positions on that bridge. And it's just lucky that I didn't get sandwiched between them. Yeah, we're just in this spooky haunted forest, and though I glitched past this part of the plot, Giraffe the Fox Boy has sent us here to retrieve a green crystal shard. Giraffe is always kind of there to give advice, but the advice is go into the 3 dungeons and collect the 3 crystal shards. And he's a little enigmatic about what we need them for. But we've reached the Witch's Manor, and we see the distinctive green glow at the end there. Here's a cutscene to skip. So a lot of the cutscenes that tell the plot of this game are in manga form. And I'm really sad that we have to skip them all, because they're cute. And kind of tell you a lot about the game, about what's actually going on. Anyway, to get the crystal shard, we've got to fight a witch for it. And by fight a witch, I mean have a dance-off. So here's Lily the Witch, and here's Annika, who's going to reflect all the orbs with her staff. I choose hard difficulty here, it would be better for the speedrun to choose easy. But easy is so boring. And the reason to choose easy is the game counts up your score at the end. And you want to have a lower score, so you also want to do badly at this. But I don't want to do that. It's a difference of a few seconds, and when I'm running this game, I want to try to do well at the rhythm game. Lily summoning her ghostly backup dancers. But really not dancing that much. They should put some life into it. At least at this part, they're grooving to the beat a little bit. So in my world record run so far, I actually took a death in the dungeon. I got hit by too many ghosts. So that's a time save I can just like always get at the start of the run. Anyway, Annika wakes up outside the dungeon. It really would have been better if she had collapsed on the grass instead of on a, broken stone slab. But anyway, here's Giraffe. As mentioned, that's Giraffe. He's here to make sure Annika's okay and to tell her the next thing that she needs to do. So Annika's got the green shard, and that gives her the ability to jump. And that's of course going to be pretty important. So as we clear each of the first 3 dungeons, Annika gains an ability each time. And also there's an extremely shiny chest, and we don't care about it. And kind of as an artifact of the respawn glitch, when Annika gets control again, he's in front of Lisa's house again. And we go inside, except inside is still outside, and we go inside again. Oh, messed that up. Didn't have enough momentum into the door. That looks right. There we go. Grab a pumpkin. Annika's bag can store a lot of pumpkins, as it turns out. Okay, just need to get out of that rut there. So yeah, now that we've done the glitch, like I said, being simultaneously inside and outside means that a lot of the objects aren't loaded correctly, including the entire ocean. So we just get to run on the ocean floor, and that's really cool because it lets us skip a whole section of the game. What Annika should be doing right now is building a bridge across the river with the help of a ghostly carpenter and meeting the rabbit family and finding Rabbit Mom's children and finding out that one of the rabbit children, Benjamin, is still missing and that we need to go find Benjamin in the ocean dungeon. And then we need to bribe a turtle with carrots to carry us across the ocean. But we just run across the ocean, and there should be a dungeon door right here instead of just like a barren expanse, and we are in the ocean dungeon. So there are a lot of things that can go wrong. in this dungeon, and they all have to do with water. Because Annika is currently really not great at swimming. We're supposed to solve puzzles involving, like, moving boats around to the right places, but we don't have time for that, and we're just going to swim across an expanse of water that we're not quite supposed to be able to swim across, like this. And the way we do this is by splashing a lot, because every time that Annika splashes, she actually gets a speed boost forward. And we have to make sure that the last splash takes us out of the water onto the dock. There we go! The way that I usually fail that is that I get to the end and then don't manage to time the last splash that takes Annika out of the water, and I just kind of sit there at the dock and, in the water and drown, and Annika makes an unfortunately adorable drowning noise. Which we're going to hear a couple times in this level, actually. But right now we gotta run up this tower. And it's very convenient that I'm at low health right now, because I'm going to be death warping down the tower. Here's Benjamin. We found Benjamin. Nobody told us we were looking for Benjamin, but we found him. And we found this tugboat wheel. Thanks, Benjamin. I'm going to death warp now. And so now I need to do another difficult water crossing. This one's difficult because there are ghosts shooting orbs at me as I'm doing it. And the orbs bounce in weird ways. And you don't want to spend too much time dodging them, because, like, if you weave too much, then you're spending more time in the water. But I made it. Reckon with this ghost a little bit. Trick here, we need to get onto that boat, and I was supposed to take a couple more boats to get to that big boat. What we can do here is intentionally die while hugging the wall there, and the place where we respawn is on top of the wall. So now we get to the tugboat, and install the wheel, and that's kind of all it takes for the boat to drive itself. Who's driving? Oh my gosh, camera is driving. How can this be? So this is far too much water to cross by, abusing swimming mechanics, so we do have to use the boat and hang out on the boat for a while. But fortunately the ghosts can't hit us up here. I need to get to that dock, so at some point I just leap off the boat. Splash some more. Go! Now there's a very... I could immediately do another water crossing, which is what I believe another one of the speedruns does. But it is so risky, I've never gotten it right. So I'm going to do this part as intended. And use it as an opportunity to heal also, which I just did. Alright, let's see if I can have a companion cube here with me on the raft. Yeah. Hello, companion cube. This will protect me from some of the ghost orbs. Oh. If I let it. Still a good companion anyway. This is the part where we're actually supposed to swim long distances, so I gotta make sure I'm mostly healed. I'm gonna wait by the healing crystal just a moment. There we go. Didn't have to spend too much time on that. Yeah, so those crystals will heal you when you're standing near them. So there's a lot of opportunities in the dungeon to heal as long as you want to spend time to do it. But you know, often I don't want to spend time. It's a speedrun. We've reached King Crab's Cove. I can see the blue crystal shard out there in the distance. And it's going to give Annika a better swimming ability. And, like, theoretically, I think you're supposed to come back to this dungeon and use your better swimming ability to find some of the secrets of the dungeon. There's a bunch of secret things you're supposed to find called Meowster pieces. However, I'm collecting none of them. But, like, casually playing this game and going for 100% of the Meowster pieces was a lot of fun. So I think that's why there are all these sections that Annika is supposed to, like, not quite be able to swim across, because once you have the upgraded swimming ability, you can swim across them, and you get to take shortcuts through the dungeon. But just using the splashing trick, we can take all those shortcuts the first time. Anyway, here's King Crab. And his sidekick, Lily. So, same person as before. Lily's kind of the antagonist here, but she's just a very nice antagonist. There's not a lot that's malicious about her. It's just if Annika's gonna take her stuff, she's gotta work for it. Incidentally, the choreography of this game is just amazing. And I think that, you know, deserves a lot of credit. I think that's another full combo. And once again, full combos are a little bit bad for the speedrun because it takes time to count up your max combo and to tell you that you got no miss. But that's okay. It's worth it. For Splash. Anyway, Burb friend is here to check on Annika, who's washed up on the shore. Also, Giraffe is running in slow motion. Turtle friend is running in very slow motion. Another cutscene. And Annika gains the swimming ability. And once again spawns at home. Or like in front of Lisa's house in kind of like the default starting point instead of where she's supposed to be after finishing the dungeon. So we've got to go back to where Giraffe is. This is where we're supposed to be. And we need Giraffe's attention to get to the next part. And we're gonna go have dinner with the rabbit family now that they've been reunited with Benjamin. I think now that I've talked to Giraffe, I can just go right inside. Yep. Anyway, we have a tasty dinner, and get the blue key, which gives us access to more of the overworld. Then we gotta talk to Giraffe for a little more plot development that we're gonna skip. Hey, there's just one more star fragment left. We're almost done with the game, right? There couldn't possibly be anything after the 3 star fragments. I guess that's what I'm supposed to be calling them instead of crystal shards. I wonder where I got that terminology from. But, so for the next part, we need to get to the fire dungeon. And the entrance to the fire dungeon is supposed to be blocked by rocks. And so we need the help of a sculpture artist. Sculpture artists are known for their ability to remove rock. However, because we're going to be glitching into that dungeon also, there's only one thing that we need the artist for, which is to get his camera. But we do need Giraffe to come with us and be introduced to the artist. And like every time Giraffe's walking through here, like he has to stop and admire the stonework. He's like, it's pointing in 3 directions. What does it mean? And then he's like, better not get distracted, even though he's the one getting distracted. I can run up here and grab a pumpkin off the cart while we're waiting for a Giraffe. Let's go in. We meet Wilfred the sculptor. And Hilfred is having a bit of creative block, and he supposedly needs us to go take pictures of artifacts around the island to give him inspiration. And we're kind of not going to be doing that. We're just going to be taking the camera and running and glitching onward to the next section of the game. He ends up getting the inspiration anyway, so it's okay. Whoa. Okay, yes. So I need to do the door glitch again. No! Failed it. Oh, God. Try again. No! I'm trying to be too fancy about it. That was right. Yes! Okay, good. Alright, so we're back into this glitch state. And I gotta say, I don't fully understand the implications of each door glitch. And it, like, just kind of despawns some items in the overworld and leaves other ones there. Like, Bunsen the bunny is still there. But, like, a lot of other stuff is gone. Yeah, it turns out Hilfred can speedrun sculpting when he needs to, though. But anyway, we don't need that, because right now the door and the entire inside of the mountain are missing, so we just kind of fall into the hollow earth. Here's the fire dungeon. Hi, cat. Whoa.
She can fly now.
Alright, so this has minecart sections. First one, the only control we get is break. So we just need to break when appropriate to dodge some fire. Oh, I didn't quite dodge the fire. I just kept going at full speed then. I'll be fine though. Gotta be a little more careful. Ooh, wait, actually no, I do need to heal. Because we've got a swimming section coming up. That's enough healing. Get a bit of a boost by hopping on the ghost's head here. We don't really have time to stop and appreciate this nice outdoor hot spring area. Right now we've got to go check out the minecart, the next minecart. But the minecart, the Cart Lovers Committee says we need 2 people to ride the cart, and we can't defy the iron will of the Cart Lovers Committee, so we've got to go find another rider for the cart. So now we go down to this hot spring and find Mr. O'Hare. Hey, wanna ride a minecart? Now, it's not just about having another body in the cart, because the particularly important thing about Mr. O'Hare is he's got a gun, and we're going to need that to shoot some obstacles out of the way. Okay, so we gotta talk to Mr. O'Hare, and then interact with the cart. And here we go. You use mouse controls for this, and it's so much easier than using the joystick. Now, instead of slowing down for the ghosts, we can shoot down the ghosts. I missed. Well, take a little bit of damage. Wait here for the rocks to go by. And we reach another minecart. Mr. O'Hare will be here shortly. Hey, Bucky. Wanna get on another minecart? by the fire anyway. Rude. Very slow firing gun. This rock is hard to hit because the way it bounces as the camera angle is changing. Fine. And I got intentionally hit by that one because I want to be at a specific amount of health. Because the next thing that I want to do after this dungeon is a death warp. The respawn menu option isn't going to be available because of, I guess, lingering effects from the respawn glitch getting me into the dungeon. But you can still death warp. So we found the red star fragment. And of course we've got to fight something for it. You can take a good guess at what we're going to fight by looking at my split name. So yeah, here's Kagemaru with the giant robot. We've got to beat him up and get 15 silver points or something. Also, here's Cowgirl Lily. Yep, that's why it's hot. Breaking up big guns. Billy's breaking up finger guns. And now it's time for the breakdown. Alright, so for the next section of the game, we've actually got to play through the plot as intended for a bit. We can't use the door glitch to get into the next dungeon because you don't get into the next dungeon through a door. So this is what the area outside the fire dungeon was supposed to look like. Once again, got a round burb. I'm going to check on Annika. Here's Giraffe. And Annika's going to find out that she has the ability to run really fast, which is a great ability to have gained for this speedrun. Yep, so Annika's got a third star fragment and has the ability to run, and the running ability is really fast. Whee! Let's grab a pumpkin. And I'm just intentionally drowning here because it's inconvenient to have respawned in front of Lisa's house. I want to be where Giraffe is, and strangely enough, the respawn in this state is right next to where Giraffe is, which is where we were supposed to be in the first place. Guess my work here is done. Game's over. No, it's not. Once again, we need Giraffe to come with us, and once again, Giraffe is taking his sweet time. But, let's start talking about the lore of this game. So, Lisa is Annika's grandma, and this is kind of her dream too. And Lily, who we've been meeting as the boss of these dungeons, is actually kind of Lisa, the same person as Lisa. She's just like Grandma Lisa's idealized version of herself, which is why she's so hot. And like, she's kind of telling the story too. Once again, because of the door glitch, you have to go inside twice. Anyway, sorry, Hilbert, we didn't find your jewel, except, you know, the star fragment we found is exactly what you were looking for. And now we've got to hand over the Annika's entire pendant to Hilfred, which, you know, Annika worked really hard to put that together, but it turns out she gets to keep the powers anyway. And Hilfred has gotten their inspiration to make this statue of the cat goddess. Just gonna kind of wait as we slowly roll the statue to its destination. Fortunately, Mrs. Save, the save point, has to be evicted from the stone circle. We give Annika's pendant to the statue. Bling! Okay, now use the camera. Talk to Hilfred again. Get a red key, which lets us go up even higher on the island. So, next step in advancing the plot, we've got to go to the observatory and meet Astronomy Dad. He's very short. Anyway, he could talk to us about stars all night, but now that we've met him, we need to go meet someone else. We need to meet Mary, the lighthouse keeper. Here's Mary, the lighthouse mom. She already knows who Annika is. But she's just been keeping the lighthouse for a long time and hasn't introduced herself to the astronomer and really wants to be introduced, but she's too shy. So we've got to go ask the astronomer for his name. Back to the Spicy Island Observatory. And once again, gotta talk about stars for a bit, because he's made a major discovery. It's that there are 3 colored stars in the sky, but between 1 and 2 a.m., a 4th star appears in between them. And now we get to ask his name. So with the running ability, I want to spend as much time as I can kind of like dashing and jumping, because you only have so much dash stamina, but you don't have to use it while you're in the air because you can just maintain your momentum. I almost accidentally said his name was Tomato, in which case I'd have to start the conversation over. But now we've got to wait for Mary to knit a scarf for Tomato. And we're just going to do that by staying in her house for 2 days. Oh. And we're encouraging Mary to give Thomas the scarf herself. And Mary's nervous about this, but we're going to reassure her that, we're going to be with her all the way. And by that I mean I'm going to immediately jump off a cliff and go do something else. Whee! So we use the respawn mechanic. Like, this isn't the respawn glitch, it's just the way the respawn mechanic's supposed to work, but it sends us way forward. Because we can use the time that it takes Mary to walk to go get another item that we need. Oh gosh. Thanks. Okay. Sometimes I fall in the water there and it takes a lot of attempts to get out of the water onto that dock for some reason. But got out quickly this time at least. Let me find the glossy cloth. Reload, taking us back to Lisa's house. Wrong way. Another place that I can abuse the respawn mechanic is up here, right at the top of the stairs. Just takes us back to the stone circle. Oop, got turned around though. her back. So we go in ahead and just kind of drag in Mary. Hey, Thomas. This girl wants to meet you. Anyway, they've met. Get the lighthouse key, talk to Mary one more time, and great. So, Mary and Thomas represent Annika's actual parents, so it seems pretty important to make sure they're introduced to each other, which we've done. It's kind of a cute side plot. And now we get to go up the lighthouse. Ooh. Busy. Okay. Find this chest, open the chest, get a lantern, lamp, and respawn back to the bottom of the lighthouse. And now we can ask another favor from Mary. We can ask her to make a dancer's outfit. Oh, and she's got some requests for us. She needs to see a picture for inspiration, and some cloth, which is what we went and got during the night. And she needs 3 days to make it, so we're gonna sleep until night 4 times. Get to take a good long nap. As there is a dance that we need to perform to get to the next area of the game. Sometimes you just need to sleep for 4 days. You get to try on the new dancer's outfit. Look at this. Check out the cat paw embroidery. Isn't it amazingly adorable? Alright. And now we've got a new mission. Now we've got the dancer's outfit. We've got to learn to dance. And it starts by leaping off a cliff again. Now, how to dance is a well-kept secret in this world. And we need to go to the dance dojo, which is hidden behind a waterfall. And not just that, but we're going to have to cross through the dark maze on the other side of this secret water passage, which is why we need the lantern. And thankfully, the game actually stops you if you don't have the lantern. And I say thankfully because otherwise, doing this next section in the pitch dark would be a part of the speedrun. But it's not. We gotta use the lantern. Wrong menu option. There we go. The catch with the lantern is for some reason you can't jump while holding it. As Random Salience just said, it's not very light. So once I feel, like, very confident that I know where I'm going, I'm gonna turn off the lantern so I can start jump dashing again. Okay. Need to make sure to have some dash for this last leap. Any more jump dashes. We can go play Let's Dance. Let's Dance says, I'll teach you all about it. So we get this adorable cutscene with Annika learning to dance, and I am going to refill my water. Fun fact, the only voice actor who is credited in this game is the ghost dance teacher for making these woo noises. Annika clearly has voice lines also, but she's only credited as Annika, mysteriously. Anyway, jazz hands. Annika is now a master of dance. Get to climb the ladder out of here. And respawn. Alright, might not need them for a while anyway. Okay, and we've got to perform... Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. No! Oh god. Get me out of the water. Good. Okay. Cool. Probably didn't lose time there because we gotta do this dance at 1 a.m. And there's a pocket watch you can get, but don't need it. All you gotta do is wait for the yellow star. Cat brought me fries. That's amazing. And Annika is suddenly a lot better at dancing, is going to perform a much more elaborate dance than the one that she just learned. Once again, shout out to the choreography in this game. Anyway, this run is now blessed by my wife bringing me fries. Something I've observed is that this is rendered in-engine, and the physics of her tail are like slightly different every time. Bravo! Thunderous applause. Now that the world has exploded, we are here in this ice world. And alarmingly, Annika is not quite a cat girl anymore. She's a cat and a girl. I don't really know the cat's name, but I call it Yannicka. And so in this area, Annika and Yannicka are going to have to work together to make progress. I'd like to think that we're petting the cat, and there's just not an animation for it. But, yeah, the cat moves forward when you get near it. And it can shatter barriers sometimes. And I'm gonna attempt a thing that, like, never works for me, but that's okay, because even when you fail it, you make progress. I'm trying to, like, skip past this next barrier. And it didn't work, but that's fine. Because now Annika's here. And we can do it the way we're supposed to, without losing much time. Alright, so for this part, it's a bit of a timing puzzle. Not much of one, but it's a bit of a timing puzzle. Gotta run across this bridge, and wait for the right moment to hit the switch. Good kitty. So that's the last one of those I'm going to solve as intended for a while. Oh god, oh my gosh, I thought I was falling off. So here I want to skip the barrier and just got to do a very precise line up. Stand on the third step and line up with the tree and go! And jump off and press the control stick as far left for as long as I can. And that should skip me past it by having me respawn in the next area. It worked! Meow! So this area is a lot of death warps like that in a row. We're gonna have another one of those coming up, so I can just run ahead without Annika. This one's pretty easy to skip. Now, sometimes I say that and I fail it for reasons I don't understand. I think... Okay, good. The two respawn areas in a row look kind of the same. Okay, now I gotta decide if I'm taking a risk here. Because... this next one, I fail sometimes, and if you fail it, you gotta do this whole section again. But... I might try it. That might have been right. There's a range of angles that work. And that was it! I feel so good about that now. Alright, get to briefly admire the ice sculpture of Lily. But not for long, gotta run. I'm just gonna bonk against the back of the boat, and that's going to summon Annika up here. And we get to sail off into the distance. So, why are we in this cold, lonely world? Well, again, this is Grandma Lisa's dream as much as it is Annika's, and so we're finding Lisa in this world. We've got to sail across this vast expanse to the very lonely place where she's waiting. Because here's the thing. As you learn from the cutscenes, Lisa's husband, Annika's grandfather, went missing in a ferry accident, and is presumed dead, but nobody knows. And both Annika and Lisa have been taking that pretty hard. Lisa is still holding out hope that that he's alive and that he'll be home someday, but she's kind of going through stages of grief, including anger at him for not being home, and also just experiencing a lot of loneliness, of course. And as we get to the end of this area, Annika and Lisa are going to have this confrontation. And once again, Lisa and Lily are the same person. And they're going to work out their feelings in the form of a piano duet. And this is another spot where, like, I get to take a break if I need to. Just a auto-scroller that's just really about the environment. Emerging from the fog, up ahead is going to be Lisa's house. Much like the Lisa's house that we start the game in, except kind of old and weird and geometric. So Annika's nickname for her grandfather was Giraffe, and so that's who Giraffe the Fox Boy represents. And Lisa is very upset at the giraffe in this world, and is going to... and says that she's going to banish him to Triangle Mountain. But again, first, confrontation, piano duet. Like, the music that's in the part coming up really works as a piano duet. It's got, a complex lower part and a simple higher part that you can imagine Lisa and Annika having played together. And the higher part gradually gets more complex. Also, I really want that dress. Also, this is where my wife invariably points out that cats are just not good at rhythm games. Look at how much not dodging Annika is doing. Who needs furniture when you can have octahedrons? S rank. Alright, so I am way ahead of time. Anyway, here's Lisa saying, Annika, I didn't know you were such a rhythm gamer. But yeah, now we've got to go find Giraffe, who's been banished to Triangle Mountain. And the thing is, you need a tram to get to Triangle Mountain. And you're supposed to have collected 20 Meowster pieces to exchange for a tram ticket, and you gotta go find those in all different places in the world. And because I found none of them, I've gotta, get on the tram some other way. And fortunately, I have a couple of options. And I'm gonna be going with the safer of the options. which is to use the respawn glitch once again. On my way down. Dang it. Put that rock there. There's a category of this game that doesn't allow the respawn glitch, and you can still get on the tram without properly purchasing the ticket by just kind of abusing collisions. And it's something I attempt once in a while also because it's faster, but it is so much more unsafe. You really only get 2 shots at it before you lose 2 minutes because of the day-night cycle. Whereas using this respawn glitch both makes the clip easier and stops the day-night cycle. So like some of the objects that seem to not load correctly when the game is confused about whether you're inside or outside include invisible walls that are supposed to stop you from, you know, doing the glitches that are exactly what we do. But yeah, a bunch of stuff is missing up here, but we gotta just find the door to Mary's house. Somewhere around here. Hey, door. Hello. There we go. And the important part of that is it respawns a bunch of objects and restarts the day-night cycle. But we're still glitched out a little bit in one important way, in a few important ways. One is that I'm supposed to have gotten on a minecart to go up this track and have Mr. O'Hare shoot down the rocks again, but I can just run up the track. The collision for the rocks is not there. There's gotta fall in there. I gotta get to a particular spot on this fence. Alright, and the tram leaves at 3 p.m. And so this is how we get on the tram without a ticket. We get hit by it and knocked into an object, which the fence that Annika is vaguely standing on counts as, and then you're on the tram. The more dangerous way involves hopping all around the outside of this building to get into the back here, basically hopping around the invisible walls that they put in, you know, places where they didn't think to put the invisible walls. But anyway, we're on the tram and headed onward to Triangle Mountain, and still 30 seconds ahead, so this could be the run. Like, this is really exciting. Nothing has actually gone wrong this run. I say as I approach the hardest dungeon. But there's actually a lot of time save that's possible, so I'm feeling really good about this. So, I haven't had time to change out of the dancer's outfit, so this is really inappropriate attire for climbing a mountain, but we're doing it. Also, in general, don't start climbing a mountain at sunset. That's a bad plan. Why does the... For that matter, when the tram goes to Triangle Mountain once per day, why does it go at 3 p.m.? That is just a terrible plan all around. definitely fits with something I appreciate about Japan, though, which is public transit to, like, awesome places you can go. Like mountains. Usually it doesn't involve getting beat up by ghosts when you're on the mountain, though. You're beaten up by ghosts. And wait for the rocks. I need this rock to roll out of my way. One of the other speedruns does something where they step on the bridge and bounce the rock into the air and run under it, which is awesome, and I've tried it, and it did not work for me, and I got sent back a ways. But I wanted to learn if there's like actually a setup for that, or if it was just extremely lucky. Now we gotta balance on a pipe for a while. My control stick skills have gotten a lot better as I practice this game. Ooh. Okay. Once again, we need 2 people for the cart. Gotta wait by the save, the healing crystal for a moment. And anyway, here's Mrs. Save. She's got a gun. We're gonna get on the cart with Mrs. Save. Save points are useful in this game, in this run. Bustin' makes me feel good. Grab a pumpkin to bring with me. I don't actually know how many I have left. It could be important for this next section where I tend to take a lot of damage from the fire ghosts. And the tornado ghosts. And this. We through. Okay, cool. Gotta wait for some rocks to go by again. That was a helpful direction for them to roll in. I don't know if there's any way to like manipulate the rock physics by where Annika is standing or something. Probably not. It's probably just emulated physics that you can't really control. Things floating pretty hard, so you just gotta make sure to keep Annika on the platform. Oh gosh. I'm glad I had that little bit of extra health. Oh no! I was stuck. Okay. Good enough. We have reached the summit. Lisa. Still mad. Also, she's taken away Annika's staff. And she's got Giraffe tied up here. But Giraffe still manages to summon a wand that Annika can use for her final confrontation with Grandma. This is the one that's actually a little bit hard on hard. You take a lot of damage if you miss things, if you miss notes in this one. And you even take a little bit of damage if you get a good instead of a great. Triplets got me. Sequence of danger orbs is a little tricky because you have to end standing in the middle. Doesn't even look like it. It looks like you can keep dodging left and right, but you've got to end in the middle. Annika has once again lost her cat girl powers, but that is not going to stop her. Yo! This is looking really good. Like, there's really not much that changes about the rest of the run, so I'm gonna be like a minute and a half ahead, it looks like, maybe? Yeah. Alright, just gotta not soft lock in this last part. So, remember, this was Lisa's dream too. So, with Lisa defeated in this world, the world's kind of falling apart. One of those load-bearing final bosses. We've got to get to the lighthouse. The one thing I have to avoid is a situation where I get onto a platform like this exactly the moment that Giraffe does, and I get, like, clipped into a pillar, and then you can't get out of the pillar. So let's try to make sure that doesn't happen. Anyway, now the tram will let us go without a ticket. weird that we need a tram when there's also just hovering platforms around. Anyway, I'd love to check in on how, like, Mary is doing, but it's the apocalypse. We do get to check on how our bird friend is doing. Chirp, chirp. We just gotta head towards the light. Skip a cutscene, and that is the run. Except this run uses Japanese RTA timing, which means that time is at the end of the credits. We get to appreciate the credits and some lovely music. And we finally get to see some of the manga scenes as we see the end of this game. Annika's going home from visiting her grandma. Thank you for the GG. And you know, our experience in the game has provided some emotional resolution to your grandma. Also, you know, that whole thing where part of it was, you know, part of it must have been real because Annika's checking her purse and she still got the pendant. If you look closely, you can get a hint at the best ending. So in the last section I skipped, incidentally, you know, Lisa's waking up and saying, "Wow, I just had the funniest dream. It was, you know, based on those adventure stories I used to tell you about the cat people, and like you were there, but you were wearing like one of my old dresses. It's very cute." Anyway, right now we got a absolutely bopping clarinet solo. So yeah, I'm really happy that this run ended up being a world record. I'm gonna make sure to put this up on speedrun.com, where runs are getting approved again because I just took over as the moderator. So that's also exciting. A lot of things are exciting right now. There's a lot of things being credited here that I think are really great, but I think the localization of this game is just really good. It doesn't feel like it's been translated from another language. Even though you do get the whole Japanese vibe to like the area overall. Localization by James R. Mountain. Triangle Mountain is named after him. And time is when the in-game time appears. There we go.